What is going on, everybody? You already know what it is. It's your boy J Stash back at it again, live from Fan Expo Philly. And I am sitting with Peter Cullen, amongst many voices. One of the ones that resonates with us a lot is the voice of Optimus Prime in the original animated series, and of course in all the films that have been releasing, including the upcoming Transformers Rise of the Beasts. We have the opportunity sitting here with Peter. How are you today?
Very, very well, Jay. Thank you very much.
Thank you for taking the time to come over. I know that you've got people in your line, very excited to see you. And the way that this works, Chad, is we're going to have items in the buy it now and the auction. Peter's going to be signing these items, and if you couldn't make it to Philly, well, don't worry. We're bringing the experience to you. The #1 live stream shopping place is giving you the opportunity to listen to the signature story of Peter Cullen today. Peter, super simple. You'll sign and I'm going to drive. Or I can sign and you can drive, whichever way you want to do it. Whatever makes you feel more comfortable. I don't think people want to pay for my signature, but in case you guys are wondering as well, we're going to have COAs with every purchase that you have. This certificate of authenticity is going to come with every item that's shipped to you today, and that's just going to let you know what date it happened, who we're sitting with, and it'll make you feel a lot better about the process. Sound good?
Sounds great.
Let's get some signing in.
Autobots, transform.
Oh, I love
roll out.
This is, what? Can we just end it right there? That's it. It's done. I don't want anything else. No, I'm kidding. Peter, you voiced so many wonderful characters. I know that you've done Eeyore and you've done Monterey Jack in Chip and Dale, which I was really excited about. But of course, most notably, Optimus Prime. And your career dates back so far. Started a radio comedy sketch back in the day.
Yeah, I did a little radio.
Okay.
Up in Canada, in Montreal.
Yeah. Okay.
But those are decades ago.
Listen, it's part of the experience though, right?
Yeah, sure is.
That's part of the experience and why you're able to have such an amazing craft development. Again, people are going to be able to get your items signed here on the app, so while you're signing that, we'll get some items there. You can begin signing whenever you're ready. We've got Funko Pops, we've got Legos, we've got some comic books as well, so you'll be able to get those signed.
Cool.
It is, right?
This is kind of a Merry Christmas, Optimus Prime.
There you go.
Jingle, jingle, jingle.
Does it ever get old seeing your products?
No.
No, right? It's still fun for you?
No, it's fun. It brings out the kid in me.
Yeah?
You know?
Now,
look at that one.
There it is. That's the Christmas one.
So now, which one do I go for now?
You can go for either one of these here.
There we go.
There we go. The Optimus Prime. Now, in the 1980s, the original animated series released, and you have also been a part of the live action in 2007 and beyond. Did it change? Has Optimus Prime changed over the years for you as you've grown?
No, not at all. The basic elements of leadership and hero-dom, I guess, were from the very beginning.
Yeah.
And they were well written, by great minds like Bud Budiansky and James Shooter. There are some great names behind the Transformers from the conception on.
Yeah.
It was just a brilliant idea for kids to take something and manipulate it into a character. It was just a great idea.
Yeah, who would have thought that? You probably looked at somebody back before anybody knew Transformers was a thing, I'm gonna voice a truck that transforms into a robot and fights other transformable robots, right? It must have sounded like an idea that was kind of out of the ordinary for you back then.
It was, and it was welcomed.
Yeah.
They were no longer stuffed toys. They were incorporating, a kid's imagination.
Yeah.
In a family environment, friends. There were so many different characters that all blended together, and when we recorded, we had that same family feeling. When we were in the studio.
Yeah.
We'd all be. In a line with our own microphone, looking at the director and behind the glass wall.
Yeah.
And some of the things that went on were fun.
Memorable, to say the least.
To say the least.
Memorable, to say the least. And again, we're sitting here live in Fan Expo Philly. I'm sitting with Peter Cullen, who has just been so gracious with his time so far, very busy here on the convention scene. And as I've mentioned, you're going to get an opportunity to get some of these items right here on this stream, in the buy it now and the auction. All you've got to do is participate in these live streams. We're bringing the experience to you. That's right. You couldn't make it to Philly? We've got your back. Peter Cullen is signing a range of items here. I've got some exclusive Funko Pops and more. And we're definitely going to get to hear a little bit more about the story. Now, Peter, I spoke to you very briefly about a trailer that came out for the new movie, and it really touched me. Would you mind sharing with me the story of your brother Larry and the influence he had on the development of the Optimus Prime identity?
Well, yeah, it was a once in a lifetime happening for me. I was on my way to an audition,
Yeah.
not knowing very much about it.
Yeah.
And I was sharing an apartment with my brother Larry. He was, at the time, he was a captain in the Marine Corps, had fought in Vietnam as a second lieutenant, and went through a lot of very serious campaigns, Operation Hastings, to mention one. In recent years, following his return, I met a lot of his platoon and his battalion guys at reunions and stuff. But while we were sharing the apartment together, he asked me, he said, Peter, you need the car? And I said, yeah, Larry. I said, well, what do you need it for? And I said, I'm going to an audition. And he said, yeah, what? He says, I'm going to be a truck.
There it is.
And he laughed. He said, Peter, you're going to be a truck? I said, yeah. But I told him it's a hero truck. And he looked very seriously at me, and his face just turned. He said, well, Peter, and this is what he sounded like. He got soft. He said, Peter, if you're going to be a hero, be a real hero. Don't be one of those pretend tough guys yelling and all that crap. Be strong enough to be gentle. And I went, oh.
I like that.
And it settled right in on me. And when I went to the audition, his voice was just in my ears, and when I started reading the copy, my name is Optimus Prime. Well, I was just doing Larry.
Yeah, and I gotta ask, is that do you hear Larry when you step into the booth still to this day?
Yeah.
Kind of remember that feeling that you want to kind of honor.
Well, he was my hero.
Yeah.
And we were 13 months apart. And, obviously, he had a great influence on me, So he was 5 inches taller. So,
all right, so
it was,
you got the voice, he got the height. I can see that. Like true siblings do. You can't have it all, right?
No, you can't have it
And
all.
what a wonderful moment to experience here with Peter. And I know we're talking about Optimus Prime and other moments throughout the career, but you can be a part of this moment now. You can be a part of this signature story with Peter Cullen live on the Whatnot platform right now. Remember, the Whatnot platform is bringing you amazing events all weekend long here from Philly, but of course at all of our conventions upcoming. Remember, we're going to be in Dallas this upcoming week, and Peter is just one of the many wonderful faces that we'll be able to sit down with and get an idea of, perspective beyond the character, right? So be sure to continue to bookmark all of our streams now. Seeing the franchise now and understanding just how much Optimus Prime means to the fans, did you ever think it would lead to all of this? Do you think, what would Larry be saying now if he saw this whole thing?
Peter, you're what? You what? They pay you to do that?
So the truck thing worked out, huh?
Yeah, the truck thing worked out.
I'd say so.
Yeah,
I'd say so. Now we're signing a lot of these items here, and you're looking at Optimus Prime in front of you, and you have fans that just are across all ages coming to the conventions and meeting these fans. What does it mean to you now to see their reaction still?
Well, yesterday at the panel, I talked about a feeling that I had, and it was from the very beginning of all these conventions going to. The Transformer fans are like a family, and
really are.
We have a connection with each other. A lot of our character, Frank Welker, who plays Megatron, he feels the same way. We feel a sense of community, and we share something that goes back a long way. We share the original series. We share the 1984, Well, my experiences only go to 86 when the feature film came out.
Yeah.
And they put me to rest.
Yes. Briefly.
Yeah,
They brought you back in the Dark Awakening, is that what it was?
3 shows.
3 shows.
That's it. To get the kids out from under the bed. And
right.
hiding in the closet.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I-
it was a moment that I think was absolutely necessary when you look at the three. I think it was a 3-run episode of it. They named it The Dark Awakening, and they had brought you back to kind of let fans know that although the Optimus Prime character may no longer be in front of you, the spirit that Optimus Prime always brought. How important is that part of Optimus Prime's identity beyond just physically seeing him, what he stood for?
Yeah. There's the writing was so fabulous, you
Yeah.
know, and they established and created the very important, significant qualities of a leader. You know,
Yeah.
a hero,
Right.
not a hero that did things for good.
Yeah.
You know, and helped people.
Yeah.
Especially kids that, you know, were latchkey kids that didn't have a father.
Yeah.
It had a miraculous, you know, effect on some of these kids, and I find that out years later.
I'm one of those kids. I'm 33, man. I'm 33. You know what I mean?
Wow.
I grew up Optimus Prime and the animated series, and in 2007, I'm 17, getting to experience this real life story about it. And one of my favorite parts is still seeing the movies come out, still seeing the fan base grow. Right? It's got to be a great feeling, you know, to still be involved in something that's transcended.
Yeah, well said, and that's true.
Yeah.
You know, you often wonder if your life has any significant factor in it that, you know, helps life itself, you know, and when you hear of a young person that's had that influence of a true, well-written character.
Yeah.
To me, it was an honor and a privilege to do the character, as it still is.
Yeah.
And I hope to be able to do it for as long as I can, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's... Oh, well, here we go.
I'm here getting, if you haven't realized, I've got Peter Cullen on the edge here with my questions, and it's just something that I thought would happen today, right? Just understanding, getting to know your story. So I'm really happy that it's working out like that. And for the people at home tuning in right now that couldn't make it into Fan Expo Philly, and you get to experience this moment, what an amazing signature story here. Peter Cullen, man, who's got so many voices under his belt with all the experience that he's got. It's just been so amazing to share this time with you. So again, I really want to thank you. Now, I've read that you have a love for NASA, and you talk about the fans and them getting the moment to, you know, see Optimus Prime meet Buzz Aldrin. Was that a special moment for you as well?
All my experiences at NASA have been mind-boggling.
Yeah?
I mean, I was always impressed by the astrological and the beyond, the great beyond.
Right.
You know, up and away. I used to love to fly. I flew single-engine aircrafts for a while, and that's as close as I ever got to space.
Where did you find the time?
Oh, when I was young, I found time for everything.
Yeah.
I find I'm doing something I've never done before.
Okay. Set it down now. I'm sorry.
Megatron. He's around here somewhere. I know he is. But I've never had conversations and writing at the same time.
Right. No, well, listen, you're doing a fabulous job. I gotta tell you.
I'm surprising myself. I didn't think this was possible.
Listen, well, the day that you stop learning, right, is the day that you retire. Clearly, you're still learning. We're still getting things done here.
My
So don't even
eyeballs
worry.
are looking down here, Jay, and my ears are going that way to you, so I'm doing two
good.
senses at the same time. And the only thing I'm not doing at the same time is chewing gum.
Well, listen, can we get some gum, please? Well, let's really put Peter to the test here today.
Which will prove he can chew gum at the same time.
The man can do it all. Peter Cullen, international man of gum chewing.
Yes.
I love that. Well, listen, we're having a great time here again. I continue to say it, but check out that Buy It Now. Check out the auction. It's very important. If you want to get your hands on, I mean, we're sitting with an icon, people. I don't think if you understand what's going on, to be able to have a character and maintain a consistent identity and maintain a consistency in the fandom and growing that fandom, we're sitting here with Peter, who has just done these things. And again, Transformers Rise of the Beast is coming out shortly, and we spoke about what that meant to him and the origin story, if you will, of Optimus Prime. Was there any times in the character's story that were told that maybe you felt like, I don't know if that's truly Optimus Prime, or maybe something was lacking?
Well, yeah, that will happen. And in one film, it did happen, but
Yeah.
I was not aware of the plot and or the storyline at that time. It was
Yeah.
at the very beginning, and I had to say some words that Optimus Prime, I just felt cringe. I said, he wouldn't say that.
Yeah.
No, he wouldn't say that. But then I discovered through the script
Yeah.
that he was going through, the character, Op Prime,
Yeah.
was going through a strange change.
Right.
You know, he had been affected by an outside source. So when it made sense to me, I did
Right.
it. But
Okay.
when I heard it,
Yeah.
I said, oh, it just made me shake, you know.
Right, just a little bit. It kind of tensed you up
I
because
said,
it's,
that's not him.
well, because at this
Yeah.
point you're so intertwined with the character, right? So
Yeah.
I wonder how much of Peter is Optimus Prime. You know, when you have voiced the character for so many years, do your identities kind of become one? Yes, I am Optimus Prime.
No.
You start the day
No.
every day.
No. No. Nor am I a donkey when I finish Eeyore. I don't.
Point taken. Point taken.
Well, I could have played with the donkey thing but I thought that would be out of taste, so I didn't pursue that.
I
But
get you.
I can write and
You
talk
can't.
at this.
I'm telling you, I'm still waiting for this gump to get here because we're going to
boy.
shock the world right now. Continuing to roll here, and no pun intended, but we are going to continue to roll on with the autographs here. Again, you're going to get an array of items that you can get. Check out that buy it now. Check out the auction. We're bringing you a once in a lifetime experience right now to sit with Peter and really hear about the story that not many people get a chance to sit down. And me sitting here with you now, I'm learning so much, and I can truly understand on another level what the fans have meant to you. But I guess I do have to ask you directly, what do the fans mean to you personally, not just about Optimus Prime, but in general?
They're a family. We share something. I don't know what it is. It's
Share something.
We've
yeah.
always shared a sense of together. It's like we have something in common, and maybe I'm exploring some very mysterious part of me that I shouldn't. You're overthinking this, Peter. Mm-hmm. It's not that at all. It's a feeling that happens when I'm with them.
Yeah.
With them, they feel it too.
Yeah, they do.
And I am very lucky. I mean, that is truly, Jay.
Yeah.
Yeah, a reward in my life. So
yeah, after the, the money and the fame and the lights, one of the biggest things that can't be, quantified is appreciation, right? And then the consistent love that you're probably getting from all the fans, and it's got to be special too because you probably get parents that come with their kids and they share this love, and the Optimus Prime has created this bond for them.
You hit that right.
I did.
Yeah.
See that?
Children with their mom and their dad, and in special, there are special kids too that require different needs than
Everything
and the
else.
effect that has is mind-boggling.
Right.
It's strong. It's a strong feeling of belonging
Right.
to somebody that you've never met before, and then to be feeling an exchange, of the Transformers and my own connection with it.
Yeah.
It becomes without getting into it all, but it's a very special place.
It's got to be.
Yeah.
It's got to be, and I can tell the passion
What?
and the emotion. I'm bringing it out of you today.
Yeah,
huh?
well, a little bit.
Yeah, sometimes it's sort of what it's meant to be, I guess. I'm getting a look over here. Hopefully I'm on the right path here with some of the questioning. And again, you're doing really well with the signing and talking, so I think that's a definite bonus. Now,
These are pretty good. Look,
they're really good.
my signatures are.
Yeah, I mean, I could take over. I could start signing too.
Well,
so-
you want to do some of these?
No.
No.
You know what?
Listen.
We'll start losing sales at that point. We'll start losing sales. We don't want that to happen. Now,
Well,
I
it
know
looks
that
like we're going to get into some very difficult ones here. Okay.
yes, if you thought we were going to make it easier for you, Peter, come on,
Well, you know what really is difficult?
tell me.
Signing helmets.
Signing
the
helmets,
Optimus
okay.
Prime head helmet.
Yes.
Because
okay.
there's only little areas where you can sign it, and or little figurines, and you say, could you sign it on the leg? And the leg is a bit to see your, you know.
Can you do an entire sketch right here on this right toe, please? I'd like to see your skill set. Now, when people are people asking you to draw things when you're signing as well? No.
What?
They're asking you to draw on it as well?
No.
Okay, good. I was worried for a second. I was worried for a second there. Now you voiced Ironhide too, and you got the both roles right off the get,
gee
right?
willikers, yes I did.
Wow.
I did Ironhide. Let's go up and
I like that.
let's get nasty, Prime. Not now, Ironhide.
Is there a moment where Ironhide became something that you're like, all right, I've got Optimus Prime, but Ironhide is more of a character that knows to stay in his lane. He's kind of the counterpart to Optimus Prime. How is that doing both voices? Is it confusing for you?
I thought I was doing a great job on a couple of occasions where I had to do this, but they made me do it over by themselves. So I deflated that sense of accomplishment.
As is the show business, right? Right when the creative thinks they're doing a great job, they come around and say, "Hey, that was great, but let's try it this way."
We'll do this over again, Peter, please. Yeah, okay.
That's super important. Now, in your story though, too, I got to ask you, Peter, how many times did you hear no or fail before you became the success that you are now?
Well, it's an ongoing thing, for any actor in show business. You're not going to please everybody.
Right.
And there's some times where you're going to be disappointed, especially when they don't hire you again. You're going to say, well, what did I do? Who did I annoy?
Yeah. What did I say?
What did I say?
I get you. I get you.
Well, I mean, I'm not alone when I say, I'm sensitive like anybody else, but
yeah, I mean, we're
actors
artists
for the most part are, quite sensitive.
Yeah.
So
what's the advice to up and coming professionals wanting to get into voice acting?
yeah, well, don't give up.
Simply.
Never give up on it. Never, because eventually it's going to happen. You're going to find you can do something that you didn't think you could do.
Yeah.
There was an old expression, that there's more in you than you think, so get on with it.
Yeah.
And when you go dig deep, when you study it and when you take classes and when you're improvisation, things come out of you that you probably never thought you'd hit. So encourage those things in your life and never give in, never give up.
And don't stop learning, I would imagine, too, right? Don't stop learning. It's got to be important, right? And continue to perfect your craft. It's got to be important as well. And you being in the industry for so long, you've seen the technological side of things change. Have the advancements of things helped you?
Well, once you get over the fact that things are always going to change.
Yeah.
A lot of people say, well, I don't want things to change. I want it, I want this. I don't like modern. I like old. Or, well, if that works, depending upon what environment you're in. I mean, I personally don't like modern hotels.
Okay.
I like old school motel. I like wood. I don't like plastic. I like fireplaces and stuff like that. I'm kind of sentimental that way, but
okay,
I feel more comfortable. But that's because I'm years old.
Right? Yeah. What was that? The sound broke out? Say that again? Okay. No, don't worry. Don't play it back, Peter. Don't fear that. 22. Yeah, that's what we said.
Like Jack Benny, the old comedian, he used to say he was 39.
Well, I mean,
when
forever.
he was 70,
Forever 39. Forever 39.
Rochester, 39. Oh, gosh.
Now coming in again, we're live from Fan Expo Philly. Peter Cullen and I are just sitting back, having a good time, signing some items. He's asked me to sign. I politely declined a couple of times because I think that he's the professional in this area, and I'm going to let him take care of that. But if you want to get some of his signed items, this is his show.
This is cool.
We're going to begin it done. These are cool. Have you seen these? Look,
this is cool, yeah.
They slide out here. Check this out.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Show the folks that,
yeah,
Jay.
See,
That's kind of neat.
That is neat.
Yeah.
You know what? Why don't we get you to sign one on this part then?
All right.
And then that way we can get it there for people who want an opportunity to get one or the other.
There you are.
There it is. Check that out. Why don't we throw this? Do we have this on auction or these buy it now? These are buy it now. So check it out. So one of them will be on the screen there. They're sold out. Okay, I'm sorry for even attempting to tell people those things. You see that? Not only are you signing and talking, we're gonna get you some gum, but you're also selling items out. I would say that for a Whatnot debut, Peter, you're doing pretty well today.
Okay.
You're doing pretty well. Now,
I'm going to do something really strange, Jay.
oh,
You see that yellow right there?
Yes.
I'm going to put that yellow right there. You see? One of a kind.
what is happening here? Okay, what is happening here on Whatnot, all right?
I'm having a slight breakdown.
Are you? Well, you know what? You and I, we're on the same boat then here. Anybody with the gum? No, I'm just kidding. All right, we're getting these items signed. We've got a lot of people in the room.
Oops.
And of course, as you mentioned, some of the buy it now items are going, but okay, we've got other items going up on the auction block. As we get ready to head towards the end of this thing, what do you have to say? We've got, I don't know how many people we've got in the room, but I know that your show was very popular today. What do you have to say to the fans that are tuning in with us that couldn't make it to the show?
Well, I feel sad for them because I know a lot of people like that wanted to come and couldn't come for a lot of different reasons. But, you know, this is kind of fun. I didn't think I was going to have fun doing this, but I'm having fun.
That's great. I'm glad that we got there.
He is fun.
Look at that. I am fun.
Yep.
You hear that, Mom? I'm fun. Okay? Peter Cullen says so. I'm going to put that on the fridge.
And Mom, you did great.
You hear that?
Yep. See?
All right. Good thing. Because I was told my whole life. There you go. I've got a face made for radio, but now we're here. Peter Cullen.
That's cool.
Having a great time, and I really do appreciate it. And of course, you've been so gracious with your time. I know we got to get you going soon, and the fans were really happy to have you on board. Where else can fans catch you in the upcoming month, maybe? Do you have any upcoming appearances?
Well, we'll be in New York City on Monday.
On Monday, okay.
And then we'll be in Raleigh or Denver.
Denver, okay,
Denver,
nice. For the next
towards the end of July, end of June.
We'll both be there then. Look at that.
Yeah.
We'll run into each other there again, hopefully.
Jeez.
I don't know if that was a good cheese or not. Well, we'll find out.
Is that the weekend I broke my finger?
Oh. Wow, I just remembered.
I'm really sorry.
We're going to call Peter
really
now.
can't write.
Peter's not available. He's due to be put in a, no? Okay.
No, I'll do it again.
I love that. I love to hear that. So as we get ready to sign off, I always like to do something where I say, I'm Jay Stash, and then I'll point to you and you'll say your name, of course. And then I was hoping, if it's possible, if we can get a Whatnot rollout at the end of that. Do you think that's possible?
From the big guy?
From the big guy. If the big guy's available. If that's not available, you know, the big guy's here. He's right here. Yeah. He always lives right here. You ready to do this?
Ready.
Let's do this sign off. Where else but Whatnot would we have had the opportunity to sit down and hear today's signature story? I'm Jay Stash.
I'm Peter Cullen and Optimus Prime. Hold on to your dreams. The future is built on dreams. Autobots, transform and roll out.
Absolutely. And if you thought we didn't get enough, there it is. Again, thank you so much. We'll talk to you guys all soon.